Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. As we all celebrate the holiday season and the end of the year, it is also time to get a little bit realistic about our taxes before we ring in 2017. And with the recent election, a lot of people are concerned about potential changes that they may be experiencing in their own household. Well, we are fortunate enough to sit down with Blake Christian, a partner at HCVT, which was named one of the top 40 CPA firms in the U.S. Blake himself brings over 35 years of experience, opened a new practice here in Park City office in 2014, and in 2015 was named one of the top 10 accounting professionals by the National Academy of Public Accounting Professionals. Good morning, Blake.
Great to see you.
We're happy to have your expertise in the studio. So I want to jump right into the Trump presidency. There was a lot of talk about what he was going to do to change the tax code, that it was going to happen in the first 60 days, that this was going to be some immediate changes. Could you summarize for us, in a very bipartisan way, of course, what the tax code looks like for the average American?
Right. Well, whether you like Trump or not, if you're in business or a high net worth individual, I think you'll be happy with his tax platform. And with the Republicans controlling Congress, more than likely a lot of these will get through. I don't know in the first 60 days, and I don't know if as aggressively as he's proposed. But in essence, he's going to simplify, he's going to reduce the 7 tax brackets that we have now and other complexities down to 3, drop the maximum tax rate from 39.6 to 33%. That'll kick in at about $200,000 of taxable income. So there's a little bit of fudging there. Right now, you don't get into the 39.6 rate until about $420,000 for a married couple. So he's kind of dialed that back to impose the maximum rates more quickly. He'd also, and again for high net worth individuals, he's going to get rid of the 3.8% Obamacare tax on net income, which will be very dramatic for most of our clients. He'll also get rid of the alternative minimum tax, which is a thorn in the side of most
high net worth individuals.
Moderate, even taxable income taxpayers.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, of course, this is a Republican-controlled Congress he's stepping into. Are there any things that you foresee that will block some of these from taking effect?
Well, I think you're going to get some pushback even from the Republicans simply because we have a $20 trillion debt sitting on the government books. And personally, I would like to see them tackle the deficit before they drop all these tax rates.
Right.
But he's made these promises. Congress is pretty much on board. So I think we are going to see some of these implemented.
And there have been a lot of promises of dramatic changes from the past 8 years to this year. And in terms of taxes, when do you think some of these changes will take effect?
Well, even they'll get passed, I'm confident, in the early part of 2017, and typically they'll go retroactive to the beginning of the year. Obviously, they're not going to affect 2016, but it does affect the 2016 year-end planning, because we're going to go from a higher tax rate to lower, so you're going to want to push off income into 2017 and accelerate deductions, because he is going to phase out a lot of itemized deductions other than charitable contributions and home mortgage interest for higher income taxpayers.
So this is a good time of year to consult your CPA and see what changes you need to make to benefit the most from a potential new administration's plan.
Right. You want to have your CPA do a year-end tax projection and then figure out the optimal ways to either defer income, accelerate deductions, and in some cases do the reverse, depending on your fact pattern.
All right, so operating under the assumption that Trump will get the majority of what he wants passed through Congress, let's do the help and the hurt. Who is this plan really going to hurt?
Well, most of the calculations that I've seen is, on average, regardless of what bracket you're in, you'll save about 3%. So it's pretty across the board. Who it would hurt would be high income earners with a lot of itemized deductions.
Okay.
They have a lot of state taxes, they've got miscellaneous itemized deductions, and a lot of those will be scaled back. People with very large investment portfolios that are getting hit with a 3.8% tax, or they're in AMT, those people are going to help.
Those are going to be your helpers.
Quite a bit. the people that'll be helped the most are small business owners. So if you have an LLC or an S Corp, the tax rate on that income flowing into your personal return will drop to 15% under his scenario.
15%?
15%,
Okay.
which again is taxed as high as 39.6. That will be a very big difference.
That'll be a big jump. So
Right.
speaking of small businesses, Trump has really talked a lot about bringing jobs back to America and all of the jobs he's going to create.
Right.
It sounds very similar to what we would read about in the Great Depression with the New Deal plan.
Exactly.
With the tax implications, like you said, for small businesses, do you really foresee a lot of companies offering new jobs, creating new jobs for the tax benefits?
Yes, on a national basis, I specialize in tax incentives, so hiring credits, equipment credits, and it absolutely changes employers' procedures as far as onboarding employees. So I think we will see that with the proper incentives built in, and I think he'll keep some of the programs that we already have, like the WOTC program, and I think he'll add to that.
All right. And if, Blake, people want to get to know you and hear your tax advice for the upcoming year, you know you have an office now in Park City since 2014. How do people get in touch with HCVT?
Well, our phone number is 435-200-9262, and our website is hcvt.com.
Thank you always for being here and giving us your expert advice.
Glad to be here.
It's very much appreciated, and we also look forward to seeing what really will happen in 2017. You'll have to fill us in then too.
It'll be an interesting year.
It'll be an interesting year. Thank you so much. With Blake Christian from HCVT, that was your tax advice, and don't forget to call your CPA before the closeout of 2016. This is the Mountain Morning Show. We're going to take a quick break and be right back on Park City Television.